Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be sharing the new Fenty eyeshadow palettes with you guys. I'm so excited because I love everything Fenty, okay? So I definitely wanted to get my hands on some of these palettes. I ended up picking up two, which I absolutely love them in store. So I wanted to try them on my eyes to see if I would love them just as much. Today I did use one of the two palettes that I picked out. If you picked up any of the eyeshadow palettes, let me know in the comment section which one you picked up or which one you want to pick up. Without any further talking, let's get into this look. So let's get into this Sephora bag. I picked up two of the shadows, number 3 and number 4 apparently. I was immediately drawn to these two shadows once I saw them in person. So let me show you guys number 3. It is called Deep Neutrals. And I love deep neutrals, so I'm really excited. Ooh, this packaging is really beautiful. It's like really nice and sleek. Let me show you guys. So this is palette number 3, and this is the deep neutrals. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's really beautiful, you guys. The colors, they just look so gorgeous. It's perfect for like an everyday look. It's just really beautiful. And then this is number 4. Number 4 is called Rose. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So this is what number 4 looks like on the inside. You guys, I really love rose colored eyeshadow palettes. I'm pretty sure you guys know this by now, but I had to get this one just because it's the perfect, beautiful, cutest little rose eyeshadow palette. I love it, and I can't wait to use this one as well. So these are the backs of the eyeshadow palettes. You guys can see the names as well. I don't know which one. I almost dropped it. I don't know. So you guys, I really do not know which one I want to use first, but my heart is telling me to go with Rose just because I want to. Right now I'm gonna use the Rose palette, and I'm gonna start out with the shade Little Miss, which is this shade right here. It's a beautiful pinky shade. I already did my brows, I'm sure you can tell. I like doing really easy, simple looks because I feel like they're perfect and easy to follow, especially for like the millennial on the go. Like you don't have time to spend 10 hours doing all these different cut crease and things. I just feel like simple is the way that I'm gonna go, especially in 2020. Like I'm just trying to be looking simple but glam, and I think that's gonna be perfect for my on-the-go lifestyle. Even if I'm only going to bed to watch Netflix, you know, I want simple. I'm just gonna add another layer of this shadow. It's actually a really pretty color, and so far the pigment is showing up and it is blending pretty well. Now I did have issues with the first Fenty eyeshadow palette that was matte. I felt like the shadows were not the best. They were not my favorite formula. I was getting a lot of fallout and then not a lot of pigment, so it just made no sense. Like I don't mind fallout if I'm getting the pigment, but yeah, anyways, I did declutter that palette last month. So anyways, I'm liking this one so far. It's blending really well. We're gonna leave the past in the past. Yeah, this looks really nice actually, you guys. I really like this a lot. So it's very subtle, but it's really beautiful. It definitely shows up, but it's very subtle. If you were lighter skin tone, you will definitely see it more than it's showing up on me. But on my skin tone, it's a very subtle shade. It's not super vibrant or like really over the top bright, which I do appreciate this because this is a shade that I could wear and not feel like, you know, like I'm doing too much. Like it feels like the perfect soft pink for my skin tone. I'm going to try using Spice Drip and adding this to this section right here, which I don't think I really need too much of it. Yeah, this is actually a really nice shade, but I don't think I need too much. I'm going to add just a little bit here. For the inner portion of my lid, I'm going to first go in with this shade right here called, this is called Diva Fever, I think. This one right here. Ooh, this is pretty. Really nice. Whenever I use shimmers, I always spray my brush because it just reduces the amount of fallout that I get. And also it brings out the pigment in the shadow. So I always spray my brush to get the most out of the shadow. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just take the shadow and put it on my eyelid. This is a really beautiful color. I love, love, love it. I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Stunt Queen. And I'm going to actually add a little bit of this one right here to like blend them together. I said it wasn't going to be extra, but here I am using like 4 different shadows. But I still feel like it's simple. It's not like too complicated, you know? So I do want to apply some eyeshadow to my lower lash line, but first I'm going to use my primer and just do my foundation routine. That way I can get that out the way. I like to do my foundation before I work on my lower lash line because I feel like when I do my lower lash line first, I end up wiping a lot of it off when I apply foundation. So I prefer this. I prefer doing it in this order. Alright, so for foundation, I'm going to use the Dream Satin Liquid from Maybelline. I got this a while back and I've never tried it. So I decided to try it out today. It says it's a satin light essence, satin finish. It's a satin finish foundation. I've never tried it, but I've had it in my drawer for a while. So let's see what it looks like. The color might be a little off. It's actually not that much coverage. It's got some coverage. It has some coverage, but it's definitely not as much as I want. I want a little bit more full coverage today. It's not as much coverage as the Super Stay, but it is a decent amount of coverage. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I feel like this one matches me better. And it's also more mattifying than the other one I just tried. So I'm going to put this all over and that looks pretty good. I like the coverage. I'm going to use this concealer from L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. And the shade I have is Honey 415. So I'm going to just... Y'all, the wind is so loud outside. I don't know what's going on. The weather in New York has been off the chain lately. Like, what? Do y'all hear that? I need to go make sure no trees are falling behind the house. What in the world? Alright, I'm going to use the color, what is this? Espresso as well. And, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't know why this made me think of this, but I ordered a Vitamix or Vitamix machine. I think it's called Vitamix. I ordered a Vitamix blender and I'm so excited. You guys, oh my gosh. I am definitely into my health and fitness. Not so much fitness because I haven't been to the gym yet, but it's on the agenda. But I've definitely been on my health grind since the year started in terms of my diet. And my diet has been so clean and so good. I'm so happy and I'm proud of myself because it's really hard for me to make those changes and I did it. So I'm so happy. I have eaten healthy in the past, but I've never eaten this type of healthy. Like, this is different for me. So I'm really happy about it. And I definitely am going to be sharing this journey with y'all because I feel like it's cool. It's fun. I do want to go over like my 2020 goals and stuff and have like an open comment section so y'all can talk about your goals. I'm going to blend the contour into my hairline kind of. I'm going to take my sponge. I'm going to go over the contour with the sponge. Whatever foundation is left on there, I'm just going to go over the contour and just make sure everything blends in together so it doesn't look as harsh. You guys can see it doesn't look as harsh. So for my under eye powder, I'm going to use my cashew powder from Fenty, one of my favorites ever. It's so good. The color is perfect. I'm going to pack that under here. I'm going to add some right down here to just sharpen up that area. So I'm going to go ahead and work on my lower lash line just a little bit. I'm not going to do too much. I'm actually just going to take this shade right here, which is called Spice Trip. And I'm going to use a tiny little brush. I'm going to take a tiny brush. This one is from Makeup Geek. It's called the Defined Crease Brush. Makeup Geek is getting a revamp, I think on the 17th. And I'm so excited to see what she comes up with. She's such a sweetheart. For my inner corner, I'm going to first take this shade right here, which is the really pale pink shade, and I'm just gonna put this there. It's a matte shade, which I don't usually put in my inner corner, so I am gonna use some type of shimmer over it, but I do want to add that shade because it's part of the palette and I feel like it will look add like a nice pop of brightness to the inner corner, which I always like to do because it just makes you look more awake. It just adds some dimension to your eye. It adds a nice pop to whatever look you're going for. For my waterline, I'm going to use a nude shade from MAC NC15. It's a pencil. If you want this look to be more evening and smoky, you can do the same thing with the black or dark brown pencil. Unfortunately, I don't have the Fenty mascara yet, so I am going to use my Milk primer first. This is the lash primer. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy bronzer while this dries. I actually haven't used this bronzer as a bronzer in a while. I've used it as eyeshadow recently, but not as a bronzer. This bronzer does have hints of red to it, and I feel like with this eye look it will complement it, so that's why I chose to do this one today as opposed to one that was not as like red toned. I feel like it would just work really well with this look. And then for my nose, I'm going to use Cocoa Naughty because it's just a little bit better for your nose area. It's not as red. So for blush today, I'm going to use MAC's Raisin Blush. I don't know if this is still in existence because a lot of MAC products are discontinued and I don't know, I don't pay attention. So hopefully this is not discontinued. But I will look for it to link it down below. But it's a really beautiful blush and I think most of you guys probably even know about this, which I think it's a staple for like women of color. Deeper skin tone women of color. Today I'm going to use Jackie Aina and Artist Couture Le Peach highlighter. So that's what we're going to do. Such a beautiful highlighter. I haven't used this in a while. So beautiful. I'm going to take my sponge and just go over that. As I mentioned earlier, I am going to apply some highlight to my inner corner and I'm just going to take this same color and put some of that over the pink shade to make it just pop a little bit more. So whatever highlight you use, you can just put that over the pink color a little bit to just make it a little more shimmery and just, you know, pop some more. So it's beautiful. It's still pink, but it has like a little pop to it, like a little kick to it, you know? Moving on to my lips, I'm going to use MAC's Chestnut Lip Liner. I love this lip liner. It's perfect. I'm sure you guys have it in your collection. I know Revlon just sent me some lipsticks. Let me go look. So this is one of the shades that Revlon sent. It is called Candy Addict and it's number 16. It's one of their matte lipsticks. So let's see what this looks like. It's pretty nude, so or pretty light I should say. So you do need a lip liner if you're my skin tone. I'm going to add some gloss to it as well. Ooh, this looks fun. I found a Revlon lip gloss. It's called Rose. How ironic. And it's a beautiful color. Let's try this on. Oh, this is such a take me out to brunch look, you know, like I love it. All right, let me go fix my hair real quick. All right, y'all, so this is the entire look. I love the way it turned out. I think this is perfect for a brunch date or just a day date. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.